going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the second channel. And inside of today's video, we're back again with a ranked video. This time I'm going to address a lot of what was going down on Reddit, especially with my recent tier list. I wanted to do the video a couple of days ago, but thought I'd take a few days rest, try and regather some thoughts and some motivation for ranked, and I feel a little bit better playing the game now. So basically we're going to be playing the two brawlers which I saw probably the comments about the most, which were Chester and Gale. We're going to be attempting to play them. So okay, so the first brawler, I mean, we're just going to see basically if we can get either one, but we'll talk about which one in which game, you know what I mean. So yeah, that was probably the most common one, to be honest. I've seen a lot of people saying like they were unsure why so many brawlers are in the C tier. I don't know, I just thought, to me, you know, there's a lot of like balanced brawlers in the meta. They're a bit meh. If they're in C tier or B tier, I technically think they're kind of the same tier. And if you listen to what I say in the tier list, I say whether I think they're like low, high. Maybe I could do an even more complicated tier list next time where I put like C minus, B plus. I mean, does that make it too difficult? I don't know. But again, it can be hard when people just look at the tier list. They probably just think, oh, why is Gale in C tier, etc. Why is Chester that? But if you listen to what I said, you know, they could be B tier, but I think B tier is maximum where they're both at, to be honest. So I'd say for like balance, maybe on a little bit on the weaker, a little bit on the stronger. You know, that's the common opinion, I think, personally, because again, I'm just not seeing him in scrims. I'm looking at tournament data, I'm watching scrims, I'm just not seeing him whatsoever. I've got a few opinions as well from some pros, and I think he definitely has dropped off a lot. So the meta around as well has to suit. So I think Gale is unusable in this matchup, so I've probably got to go with Chester at least. I can try and get some value out of him. We can probably go with Candy Beans here. So yeah, Chester as well. Again, by no means is he a terrible brawler, but wait, I need to get up like my tier list or something here. I don't know why I didn't do that. Let me just quickly do that for you guys, so I can at least see like what brawlers are better than Chester. So basically, there's just so many better brawlers than Chester in the meta. Like, again, he's not bad, but because there's just better tank counters out there, he's kind of lost his place. And of course, I get like some 10-second ads on my video. Okay, hate to see it. So yeah, main reason being, I think the HP nerf actually did a lot more than anticipated. I just think there's like, as metas develop, you know, there's like small buffs, small nerfs that affect things. You know, he hasn't got a hypercharge yet. Other brawlers have. You think of good lane options as well, literally like this one, Ruffs into Chester. Ruffs should win that matchup overall. We've also got Stu, who's came to the meta. There's just a lot of lanes that are annoying for Chester to face off against. So again, just trying to look at my tier list so I can at least have some ideas as to why Chester has fallen off. Again, I'm just not seeing him in draft. In World Finals, he was like never used. And you got to think, Chester was that brawler, but he could just play into everything. So again, I was a little bit like confused why I wasn't seeing as much Chester in World Finals time. I was kind of anticipating a bit of a fall off, but not that drastically. So we should be able to, okay. I'll give me some healing, nice. I'm just going to sit on the zone here then. Bro, Stu is so annoying for me to deal with. Like, at least I can skip through to my video, skip through to the end. I don't recommend you guys doing that, ruins my watch time. There you go, got tier list on the screen. I don't know, maybe people have just figured out his gimmick. I'm just not really having success rate that I once had with him. So I'm just going to pop Gadget. Oh, this is a good one, but I'm low HP, so I can't really get the value I want. Why did Gus just throw the balloon at me? Bro, that's literally what a bot does. Is bro a bot? Okay, maybe I can get... Oh, he's weak. He's so weak. And I think the Bella Mania nerf actually did come into effect there. So Stu's going to use his hypercharge. Another hypercharge from Ruffs. And that's going to give Stu a full hype. Okay, that's a dangerous combination, you know. Stu and Ruffs, that is really dangerous. We can't let anyone get the hypercharge super. Please. Okay, we are doing a good job here. I mean, the good thing is I can get a lot of percentage with Chester because still got 7k HP, right? So at least he's annoying for that reason. Okay, Greg is going to come out. Gregory, whatever you guys want to call it. And I think we're good here. So I can pop a super here. There's nothing they can really do. So I just think they have a little bit too little DPS here. Gus, Ruffs, and Stu. It's all too much control, especially for a map like Open Business. So okay, let's take a look at the lanes, which I just think are better than Chester right now. You've got Mo, better damage dealer, more consistent. You've got the introduction of Juju, can counter Chester. You've got Clancy's just better. Surge. You've got the matchup of Stu as well. All of these S tier brawlers just have a better matchup into Chester, so of course that's going to make him struggle. Again, every time we die, we can take a quick look at the tier list. I'm trying... I mean, even like brawlers like Nita I even prefer in this meta. Just a little bit more HP, a little bit more ability to like pressure the opponents. Of course, that gadget's going to do nothing. I mean, if we can... Oh, I can survive that. Okay, we've got Otis as well with a recent hypercharge. That's going to be able to just do more than him. You've got the addition of Penny in the meta. Can be annoying for Chester lane. I don't know. There's just not really a lot in his favor. Chester needs a really big, like, tank counter meta. And with the last meta, it was like Lily, right, when they got reworked. Frank was just prominent, so Chester could get infinite supers. It's just not like that anymore, you know what I mean? Okay. Definitely to get a few healing ticks here. I think I've got... Oh, no, have I got health? No, I haven't got health gear on. I'm thinking I've got the health gear on. Okay, we can just try and get on the zone more here, then. We are definitely doing a lot worse this game. And because I haven't got the gadget that gives me another super, we're kind of forced to try and be aggro here to try and get some value out of it. But maybe I can here. Okay, at least I surprised the Russ. The Russ is going to go down. We actually get the Stu as well, so that's a double kill. Beautiful. Just Gus left. Nice. There we go. We are down 50% though. I've still got 3 gadgets left. Again, a big problem is this Stu. We're just going to feed him infinitely. There's just nothing we can do except for when Juju does that. Okay, we definitely got to be careful of this boosted up Gus. Good thing is Ruffs hasn't got his hypercharge just yet. We have got this super which could surprise them. There we go. I mean, he's still good for that reason. He's still decent. Again, he's not bad. He's not going to return to his previous state. I still think he's going to be better than what he was before the kind of rework. Definitely isn't going to drop off that much. Okay, Russ picks up his hypercharge too early. Time to use another gadget. Nice. Stu's going to push in here. Going to go straight into my super. He's going to be weak. Nice. I'm going to pop another gadget. Speed boost is going to help us out against the Ruffs, even though he just still hits us. Come on, he's one, please. Gree, someone do something. Okay, I'm going to pop gadget here. It's not a good one. Okay, we really need to clutch here. Let's just go as wide as possible. I don't think we've got enough time. No, how did we... No, we choked it. We died to... I don't know who it was that one shot. We choked that. Alright, so, I mean... I think Chester's probably best game mode is Hot Zone, to be honest, because the thing about Hot Zone, they have to come into you, so you're always going to be feeding Chester supers, etc. But I'm just not finding much use case for him in like Gem Grab. Brawl, he can be okay, right, but everywhere else, a bit meh. A little bit meh. So let's try and stay more towards the mid this game, because it's just what we were doing right now. Please, get the kill call. Nice. Okay, hopefully Juju can do something here. I mean, Juju should be using the other gadget now. I've realized the other gadget is just better because it just allows you to sneak up onto the opponents, etc. Invisibility is so good in this game. Okay, Gus goes to kill the Cole, and I just get hit in the background. My teammates are doing good. No one's really got much zone time right now. And we've got a stun gadget. We can definitely catch someone off guard here. I'm just going to push up behind this wall because why not? I've got a good the stun gadget to bail me out here. Again, that gadget's not really going to do too much, is it? It's going to push us back for a little bit, but not really going to be the end of the world. So we've got Gus here, which we can just spam this super. And let's just go for the triple kill then. Yeah, let's just go for the triple kill. Let's just go for it. Let's go for it. I mean, maybe I should have put Chester and Beat here. Maybe. We'll see. But I just don't think that's like anything. I mean, if people are nitpicking such small things in my tier list, surely it's a good one, right? I mean, we can say that. Again, like I did say, B tier wouldn't have been the end of the world. Like, oh yeah, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Okay, the thing is, I'm going to go pretend to shoot a Stu, then bang onto the ropes and not do anything. Perfect. This Stu has lost this game. I think we've definitely got into his head. He's definitely tilted right now, and that's pretty much GG. There's not much they can do. There we go, the stun. With Gree as well to help us out. Just 2% left, and we can just easily get that. Beautiful. So, yeah, Chester's still good in Hot Zone. Still, I'd say it's a balanced brawler. This is a good state for Chester right now. Most of the time in competitive, there is a better option, though. But when you're just playing ranked, ladder, whatever, he's good enough, right? So that's going to be the first game there. let's hop into another game. All right, guys, jumping into the second and final game then. So again, this is actually a pretty decent place to play Gale, because you can actually abuse the slow star power, which is probably going to be the better one now, seeing as you get your super less frequently. You're not going to be able to use the stun star power as much. So the reason why I think Gale is definitely falling off a lot is because of the supercharge rate, which really affects his hypercharge rate. You hardly ever get it, and of course that was the great thing about him. And it was also your super cycling with the hypercharge itself. As you guys probably know, a couple of months ago when Gale was S tier broken, he could use his hypercharge and then cycle through to 2 hypercharge, 3 hypercharges. But because of the nerfs, you can't really do that right now unless like you literally stun someone into a wall and you're point blank in their face, and then you can probably cycle through to another hypercharge. But like I said before, you could just through a wall, just literally spam the hypercharge button, and you wouldn't even need to shoot him with your main attack really. You could just keep supering and supering. So yeah, that interaction's changed. That's definitely going to nerf him a lot. You've also just got, again, you get your super less frequently, which always hurts Gale a lot. If we take a look at previous metas where Gale was good and then fell off, it was always to do with his super charge rate. Whenever they nerfed it, he fell off. Whenever they buffed it, he became meta again. It's just a tale of Gale. It's just absolutely where he's at. So again, he's not like a terrible brawler, but I did say in my tier list, you know, I'm going to go with a bold prediction and say that he's fallen off a lot than people make out. Again, I'm not seeing him in scrims really too much. I'm not really... The thing as well that I'm starting to realize is that the ranked meta and the ladder meta, it is a lot different. Again, I forgot to mention that before, but let me just say it so you guys understand, and especially a lot of people that complain on Reddit, for example, is that the ladder meta is just not serious whatsoever. I think people need to realize that quickly. It's not serious. Whenever I'm playing Brawl, for example, it's just people playing their favorite brawlers. Like any assassin, they're going to play Mortis, BB, Buzz. I mean, the serious part about it is Kenji, but all of these assassins, right? And of course, Gale is still going to be good in the meta, but ladder isn't a serious representation of the meta. It isn't anymore. It used to be, but it's just not. It really isn't since the rework. It's just so casual, and it's pretty hard to actually know who's completely like good. Again, like if you think about the meta and you're one of these players that only really play ladder and Brawl, then Gale's going to be easy to push, because as long as you get like a Mortis on your team or anything like, I mean, against a Mortis, against a BB, you're always going to face off against one assassin when it comes down to ladder, right? So he's going to seem fine. But when I'm talking competitive, when I'm talking, you know, what the pros use and whatever, Gale just is a little bit power crept right now, because all of his nerfs are just caught up to him. He's just not as good. So this guy's flashing his super like crazy. Hopefully the slow paired with the penny turret can be pretty good. So we're actually going to try and push him behind enemy lines here. Get a bit of pressure going. Don't know whether Belle knows I'm here. Oh, she does now. We're just going to use this super so we know where they are. Unfortunately, my teammates go down here. And Surge is on low speed. Again, this is a big thing. Gale, without this, with this super nerf, there's just so many lanes that beat him. Surge, being one of the prominent meta brawlers, just deletes Gale in a 1v1. And then you've also got like Stu recently came in the meta. Of course, he's going to delete Gale because Gale only counters those tanks. There's just not really a lot going for old man right now. But again, he's been meta for a long time. And I actually really don't like it when Gale is meta. It's a bit too toxic, because whenever he's meta, he counters everything, right? It's not just tanks that he counters pretty much every brawler in the game, because of that super and whatever else. So we've got some good control here. You can see here, I mean, I've done decently well to get my hypercharge nearly. So I was going to think about popping it then, but not going to. So I managed to bait out that super. Don't know what Rico's doing. He's just spamming out shots like crazy. This is why I don't go Rico and Ring of Fire. It's just so easy to keep him back. So let's try and push in on this. He's still got a gadget. Why do this to me, Surge? Okay, we're getting a lot of zone time here. We're going to use Hypercharge. I mean, the Hypercharge itself is still one of the best in the game, absolutely. And I'm trying to say how bad Gale is, and I'm still managing to get a lot of value out of him. But again, in my tier list, I'm not saying that Gale is bad. Like, I'm not saying he's horrible and he's like D tier. Like, if I put him in D tier or F tier and I got Backlash, obviously that's understandable, because he's nowhere near that. The nerfs didn't kill him. It just made him a lot more balanced and a lot more... I don't know, you can push into him now. He doesn't always have super. He doesn't always have his hype charge, etc. So, yeah. I mean, again, you can definitely play him. If you play a lot of Brawl, ladder, he's going to be easy to play. Easy. But I think definitely the switch to the slow stop power. I mean, the slow stop power is always going to make him somewhat of a decent pick. Even when he wasn't meta, he was pretty underrated, right? Because the snow stop power was just so effective. Okay, we're going to try and sneak in here. Get some pressure, although our teammates are getting wrecked at the moment. I mean, I'm just going to push the Belle further back. Oh, how did she hit that shot? Okay, my teammates are getting wrecked at the moment. And I don't know how Penny's losing a 1v1 versus Surge. Penny literally counters Surge because of the gadget and just outranges and everything. So I'm unsure about that. So time to try and take over this game. We got some good pressure here. Okay, Penny's finally got turret. Maybe I can work my way over to this Surge. I don't think Surge will think that I'm here. So yeah, let's just auto aim him down. Enrico's trying to sneak in behind here. I'm just going to try and clean it up. There we go. Nice. I'm trying to push on the zone. We're just going to push the Surge back. Just because he's the biggest threat here. Well, Belle is tapping like crazy. Okay, we need to relax. We need to relax. Okay, another Penny turret. Should be able to defend this Surge. She's going to go in that way. I'm not too sure why. That's going to allow the Penny turret to nearly finish him off. The good thing is, I know Surge is weak. And he's got no gadgets left. So we can just somewhat push him there. Rico hypercharge, which is going to be annoying for us. But we're just going to bear this one out. Let's try and hook the wall. I don't think he'll know we're here. We're just going to use super to finish off the Belle there because we have no ammo. There we go. Our teammates are starting to connect a few shots here. I'm going to work my way over this side. Nice. We can kill the Belle. Good shot from the Angelo. And that's looking like that might be another win. I mean, I'm just destroying these guys. They just don't have a chance. And finally got my hypercharge. You can just see here though, like I have a horrible matchup and I just never get my hypercharge anymore. Of course, if you're up against tanks, you're probably going to get more frequently. So short story is that Gale and Chester are still good. You can still play them fine. This meta is, I won't really say balanced, but you can play a lot of brawlers in it, right? Gale, he's like balanced on the BC tier. I think people probably overact, and definitely the nerfs did do a lot to him. It did turn him down. He's no longer an 8-tier brawler, absolutely, but you can't play him and get away with him. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.